Welcome back once again to On the Couch. I'm Benny Pinella.
And I'm Marie Brasco.
Are you thinking about applying to law school? Are you interested in law? If so, then the PreLaw Society is for you.
Rowan University's PreLaw Society is open to all students from any major who would like the opportunity to learn about law and law school. You'll have the chance to meet with other students with similar interests and share experiences.
In addition, the PreLaw Society holds law and law school related events throughout the year, takes trips to local law schools, and sponsors Rowan's annual law school fair.
And here to talk about it with us today is the PreLaw Society president, Brian. Thank you so much for being here.
Oh, not a problem. Thank you for having me.
So you're going to be the president next year. What are some things people can look forward to when they come to meetings?
Well, you can look forward to an atmosphere that involves preparation mainly. The law school process is a very intimidating process to go through. So a lot of people always come and ask questions, and we're there to answer your questions. Dr. Weiss has been the pre-law advisor for many years, so he has a lot of experience. I'll be a senior next year, so will our vice president, Steph Lipari. So we'll both have been through the law school admissions process and currently be working on our applications. And we also look for feedback from students for events that they might be interested in having in the future, which is very important at our meetings because we always try to aim our events at what people need and what people want to have more than what we think we should have.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I was going to ask you. You're law and justice major.
Mm-hmm.
What are your aspirations? What do you want to be? Do you want to be a lawyer? Do you want to be?
Well, my aspirations are not criminal law, but I'm looking at corporate law, becoming a corporate attorney, working for a business firm, representing the company's legal matters and stuff in that direction. And that just shows that there's a lot of different aspects of law that people can get involved with. Everybody thinks lawyer or criminal defense attorney. Well, that's not exactly how it always works out. And the PreLaw Society can show a lot of people that, we have people from all different kinds of majors. We even have a theater major in right now that's looking to get into law as well. So there's all different kinds of things that you can do with a law degree, which is one of the things that keeps a lot of people from looking into it, but that's not the case.
It's really true though, because I was obsessed with Nancy Grace growing up. I wanted to be a lawyer, have my own show. It was like my obsession, and I was like, I'm not that smart to go to law school. I can't do this, and I gave up that dream. I'm still doing the TV stuff. But it's funny. My brother-in-law was a Rowan student, and now he's going to Penn Law School, and I bet he wished he had this, because I know when he was like going to apply for schools, he was petrified. He didn't know what to do. He didn't know if he should stay local or whatever. So what are some things you guys do as a club that kind of encourages kids? Because the process is very daunting.
Well, just on the admissions process alone, we're hosting an event this Thursday in Savitz 245 at 3:30. It's we're having Washington and Lee University come down. Their assistant dean, Sean McShay, is going to come down and give an entire admissions workshop and explain the process of applying to law school. And he's even going to have an a mock admissions committee. Like when you apply, a committee reviews your application before it's accepted. So he's going to go through the ins and outs of what the committee looks at and what to expect and how to beef up your application and what makes certain students stand out over other students. And that's going to be an excellent event for anybody looking to apply, really.
I was going to say that's a great idea. The only way you learn how to do things in reality is to stimulate it. I was going to ask you, being a lawyer and being in the law and justice cycle has been glorified and kind of, it's become such an awesome thing to, through Law and Order, SVU, TV shows. I would even argue like the Dark Knight series have kind of, brought light on the legal system. Is that what kind of, what kind of attracted you to being a lawyer? Was it kind of the glam?
Well, for most people who are attracted by the glam, bad news in that front. It's nothing like the glam. Most shows are completely inaccurate on that front. But what attracted me the most was debating, arguments, and then of course, since I'm more corporate aimed, I love the concept of business, money matters, financial stuff, and that's what corporate lawyers handle, the contracting process, bringing in new people, handling business deals, creating mergers and stuff like that. So that's really what attracted me, was my skills as debating and my interests in business coupled together.
And what about the LSATs? I gotta ask this. LSATs are crazy hard. So my brother-in-law, the first time he took them, his score was just average. He waited a month, took them again, and he got an Ivy League. So what are some things that as a club, do you guys prepare at all, take fake tests? or whatever?
We have considered doing that in the past, and we're considering doing it next semester as well. We've had several students in our organization that are looking for an event that revolves around the LSAT and the questions on the LSAT. So once we get enough awareness and enough people attending our meetings regularly, we can have Princeton Review come down and actually do like a small mock class that compares to their big class. I'm actually taking a class right now in preparation for the LSAT, but for anybody who's looking to prepare right now, the best way is practice. You can find a lot of available tests online. You can even just order the books from a company if you can't afford to take the entire class.
They have them in the Barnes & Noble.
Yeah, you can go and pick them up in most bookstores, and the more you practice, the better you get at it. It's a very different type of test, and there's no law on it at all. It's all logical processes.
Yeah. And one question totally stumped him. He was like, I did great, and all of a sudden I get to this question, and it was like, I have no idea, and that just completely messed him up.
It's an entirely different test-taking experience.
So you kind of mentioned it in your answer. The group's fairly small, and you were talking about when you first got there, you felt it was slightly mismanaged at times. What are you looking forward to kind of establishing and setting up and structuring for next semester?
Well, things like this. This is the first time we've ever appeared on RTN. I'm looking to reach out to students and tell them that we exist, tell them that we're looking for people to come into our organization and step up and be participants. Like I said, I have the presidency right now, and Steph has the vice presidency, but our entire e-board is open right now, so we're looking for students to step up and start participating. Main problem we had was meeting schedules. I'm very open to meeting schedules. Last semester we had meetings once or twice a week in regards to different people's schedules, and I keep everybody updated via email. So it's very much communication based right now, and once we establish those communications, we can work towards actually implementing events and getting things on the books, and giving back to the students who have been given time to get the club established.
And I will say this to Rowan students, it's always wise to have a background in law at some level, whether it's the process or any kind of legal thing. Before we go, what's your pitch to students to why they should join your club and what they have to look forward to next semester in terms of events?
Well, why you should join our club is because the law school process is a very dwelling, ominous process that nobody really has any information about. And we can give you access to information, we can give you hints, we can give you tips, we can be your support system, we can manage study sessions. And as far as events goes, we always host the law school fair, so you can look forward to having the law school fair in November. We always have Widener come down to do a mock law class. And if things go well at the Washington Lee event, I'm sure they'd be willing to come back again. We also have a visit that is being worked out right now from New York Law School. And once we get more students involved in the club, we can even sponsor visits to law schools to have people go on tours and visit campuses. And that's just, those are the big events, but being part of the PreLaw Society also gives you access to students who have similar interests as you. So you can manage your own study sessions, you can communicate with one another, bounce questions off each other, and it's always better the more support you have when you're tackling a mountain that's law school.
Yeah, I love the fact that you bring other schools into the picture. One last question, contact information if the students want to reach out to you.
You can contact either me or Dr. Weiss. My full name is Ryan Boonstra. My email is boonst53@students.rowan.edu. Dr. Weiss's email is weiss, WEISSM, @rowan.edu, and either of us can get you on the email list and get you going and get rolling in the club.
Ryan, thank you so much for being on the show, and
thank
good
you
luck
for
next
having me.
semester.
They need some more people.
It's probably a lot of fun. PreLaw Society, Ryan, thank you again for joining us on the show today. And before we go, we want to say one last goodbye to you. Myself, Benny Pinella, Maria Brasco. This will be our final show. We are graduating May 14th.
Going out to the real world.
I know, I'm scary about it, but I really want to say real quick, it's been an absolute pleasure to be a part of RTN for the past 2.5 years. Starting back as a freshman in, choking up a little bit, starting back as a freshman 4 years ago, I never thought that I would be able to have this opportunity to be on TV and to work with the people that I have. It's been an absolute wonderful ride. I could name all the names, but I'd be here for another hour. Thank you so much for making me who I am and giving me the opportunities that I've had, and I've grown so much, and I just want to give back to RTN as much as I possibly can. So that's my piece.
Yeah, we look forward to everything we have got going in the future. You can follow me on Instagram at Maria Jane Brasco or on Twitter at MJ Brasco TV and keep up with our lives in TV.
Yes, my
you
Twitter
never know
handle.
where we're going to go.
My Twitter handle is at DJ Benny P. I'm not on Twitter that often. You can friend me on Facebook if you'd like. But yes,
thank you guys for watching On the Couch this semester.
Thank you so much.
Tune in next year to see who will be on the couch. I'm Maria Brasco one last time.
And I'm Benny Pinella. Thank you so much for watching this season.